Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I am Jonathan Kerman with you on the call here in Portland. Happy 4th of July, Rogue Nation. Game 2 between the Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles. Your Medford Rogues won last night 5-4. Close one in late innings. On the mound for your Rogues tonight, number 32 from San Jose State, Jaden France. Jaden France is 2-0 on the year. This will be his 6th start for the Rogues. He has 18 strikeouts in 25 1/3 innings pitched. He'll be taking on Matt Hardy, who had been playing outfield in the last game and the last series for the Pickles. He's making his first start against the Rogues this season. Just a few minutes from getting underway here at Walker Stadium. A beautiful afternoon for baseball. Sunny, not too hot, just right. Hope you are enjoying your 4th of July wherever you may be. Thank you so much for joining us here on the live stream. When we come back, I spoke with Scotty Wright, last night's winning pitcher. A really great conversation with Scotty. You won't want to miss it. And then in just a few minutes, we'll have first pitch from Walker Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We'll be back right after this.
Last night, the internet go out? Done. Right. Well, we heard most of it, and then all of a sudden it would just start chopping up and streaming. I know Hogan probably was pissed because he couldn't hear it. Listen to you, and of course, April back and forth is fun. Yeah. So Nick is at her house. Yeah. Yes. She's so lucky to be at her house. She's like, she goes way up and beyond. Finally got back to. We'll talk. Thanks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 4th of July night right here at Walker.
Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Just a few minutes away from first pitch here at Walker Stadium, Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles on a beautiful 4th of July afternoon. Your starting lineup for the Medford Rogues. Leading things off, playing shortstop, Davis DeLorfis. Batting second, playing third base, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting third, the designated hitter tonight for your Medford Rogues, Alex Isola. Batting fourth, in left, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting fifth in center, Connor Lowry. Batting seventh in right, Jake Helwig. Batting eighth behind the plate, Eric Yang. Eric Yang batting seventh. Batting eighth, Dante Gutierrez playing first. And rounding out the order, playing second base, is Jaden Hanna. The other Jaden on the team, Jaden France, your starting pitcher tonight for your Medford Rogues. Jaden France making his 6th start of the year for the Medford Rogues. He's 2-0 with 18 strikeouts and 25 and a third innings pitched. On the opposite side, for the Portland Pickles, starting pitcher tonight, Matt Hardy. That name may sound familiar. Matt Hardy has played in the outfield for these Pickles last night and last series against these Rogues. Matt Hardy has started 3 games. He's 2-0 with a 4.20 ERA, has 16 strikeouts in just 15 innings pitched. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Jordan Reagan still nursing that sore elbow. He did join the team on this road trip. Jake Gaza, who has been nursing a sore ankle, he actually, according to the trainer, had a very minor tear in that left ankle. He says that he is available to hit if necessary. Not in the starting lineup tonight. Sure, Hogan is going to want to ease him back into the action. And that's going to do it. DJ Wilson, Liam Kent, and others making quick recoveries thanks to our friends at Valley Immediate Care. The Rogues like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imaginations, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities that they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com today. A terrific conversation with last night's winning pitcher, Scotty Wright. I found out, along with all of you, that Scotty Wright is a Miami Marlins fan. And for those of you who don't follow the major leagues too much or may have missed that story, Jose Fernandez was a terrific up-and-coming pitcher for the Miami Marlins. In his mid-20s, one of the strikeout leaders in consecutive years in the majors. And he tragically lost his life in a boating accident late last season. And the first game back, the Miami Marlins leadoff hitter, D. Gordon, who is known as a speedster and for contact, not for power, stepped into the batter's box and stepped in on the right-hand side of the batter's box in honor of Jose Fernandez, who bats right. D. Gordon, normally a left-handed batter. So he takes the first pitch from the right-handed batting box and then switches over to the left side where he normally swings from. And on the next pitch, hits a bomb to dead straightaway center field. It was an absolutely beautiful moment. D. Gordon and his teammates in tears after that. It was absolutely a special moment in baseball. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at the national anthem here at Walker Stadium. Alrighty, we are just a few minutes from getting underway here at Walker Stadium, Game 2 between the Portland Pickles and your Medford Rogues. Defensive alignment for the Portland Pickles behind Matt Hardy. Catching Matt Hardy, Tyler Stofield. At third, Bobby Kinney. At second, Alex Henwood. At shortstop, Colin Rubino. And at first, Daniel Lopez. In the outfield, in left, Xander Clark. In center, Alec Layton. And in right, Griffin Mueller. So Matt Hardy is on the mound warming up. Pickles still wearing their special red, white, and blue uniforms. They have wearing white pants. It's a blue torso on the jersey top with red sleeves and an American flag on the left forearm, left bicep rather. Complete with red, white, and blue hats. It's a red bill, a white front with a American flag that is made out of baseballs on the front, and then a blue dome wrapping around the back of the head. Medford Rogues in their green tops with gray pants. Davis DeLorfus taking some practice swings out there in the batter's box. Just a few minutes from getting underway. 4th of July, Tuesday, in Portland. Thank you all so much for joining us. Wherever you may be, I hope you're enjoying your 4th of July. We are just about ready to get underway here. Davis DeLorfus looking to get back on track, was 0 for 4 yesterday. DeLorfus leading the team in batting average this season. Here's the first pitch from Matt Hardy. Swung on and missed, strike one. DeLorfus batting .370 on the year. Has 40 hits and 29 runs scored in just 28 games. Here's the 0-1. Inside, 1-1 the count. In a terrific season for DeLorfus so far. 9 doubles, 4 triples, 3 homers, 26 RBIs, and 22 walks in these 28 games. Here's the 1-1. That one is at the knees for a strike. 1-2 the count. Just getting underway here at Walker Stadium. It is a full ballpark, Doug. You are absolutely right. Packed here at Walker Stadium. A great turnout. Here's the 1-2 to DeLorfus. Swung on and missed on the off-speed pitch. So 1 down in the top of the first inning for the Rogues. That'll bring up Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Valenzuela-Reese scored twice, both times courtesy of Alex Isola. First run scored by Clay Valenzuela-Reese was back in the first inning. He came home on an Isola home run, and then came home on a 2 RBI double by Isola in the 7th. First pitch swinging by Clay Valenzuela-Reese, hit to the third baseman Kinney, fields it nicely over to first in time, over to Lopez to get Clay Valenzuela-Reese for the second out. So 2 down in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Alex Isola, the Great West League Player of the Week. Making a case to be the Great West Player of the Week this week so far. Last night went 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, a home run, and a double. A couple runs scored as well. First pitch to Isola at the knees, called a strike. 0-1. Isola, the DH tonight, Eric Yang, is catching. Here's the 0-1 to Isola. Off speed outside. 1-1 the count. Matt Hardy on the mound for the Pickles. Kind of their multi-tool player. He pitches, he hits, he fields, he does it all. Next pitch swung on, foul back. 1-2 the count. 2 outs, nobody on for Alex Isola here in the top of the first inning. Just getting underway here at Walker Stadium on a beautiful 4th of July afternoon. Matt Hardy into the windup and the pitch. Taken, and it's outside. Evens the count 2 apiece. Matt Hardy getting the sign from catcher Tyler Stofield. Here he is. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled back into the netting. Count stays 2-2. Doug, you are absolutely right. I am out here in the elements. All of us are here. The broadcast team for the Pickles, the scorekeeper, and myself. Enjoying a day out in the ballpark. That one hit sharply to Bobby Kinney. Bobbles off his catch. And throw over to first. It's dropped by the first baseman, Daniel Lopez. It's going to go as an error on Bobby Kinney, who didn't field it cleanly but had time. But the throw was off target. Lopez couldn't handle it. And Isola is aboard on the error. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz hit what would be game-winning double back in the 7th inning of last night's game. That sent home Alex Isola. First pitch. De La Cruz takes a strike. Belt high. 0-1 the count. Matt Hardy comes set, looks over at Isola at first, now comes home. Off speed, in there for a strike. 0-2. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Isola on first, reached on an error. De La Cruz in a bit of a hole here to Matt Hardy. Hardy, the right-hander, comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off the first base side and out of play. We'll do this again. Thank you all for joining us here on the live stream, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you for Game 2 between the Pickles and the Medford Rogues. Here's the 0-2 to De La Cruz. Swung on, foul back. Do this again. Nearly caught off the screen by Tyler Stofield, though I don't think that would have counted even if he did catch it. The scorekeeper next to me is telling me no, that would have remained a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Alex Isola at first. Top of the first inning. De La Cruz waits on the pitch. Here it is. Swung on, that one's hit foul, out of play again off the first base side. De La Cruz battling here. De La Cruz looking down the third base side. Josh Hogan out there, giving him the sign. Jeff Lyle, the first base coach for the Rogues. Matt Hardy comes set and comes home. That one in the dirt. Isola running on the play. The ball gets away from Tyler Stofield. They're going to call it a wild pitch on Matt Hardy. So Isola into second base. Almost the entire field is engulfed in shadows except from the pitcher's mound in to the diamond. That's all in sun. Everything else is in shade. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So the Rogues leave a runner on. We head to the home half of the first inning. No score. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Home half of the first inning, no score here at Walker Stadium. Happy 4th of July to all of you at Rogue Nation, wherever you're listening from. Great to have you with us. Jaden France on the mound for your Medford Rogues. Big boy plays for San Jose State University. It's called Little Jaden by the club. That's in reference to Jaden Hanna over there at second, who they call Big Jaden. It is a misnomer for those of you at home. Defensive alignments behind Jaden France. Catching him today, Eric Yang. At third, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At short, Davis DeLorfis. At second, Big Jaden Hanna, standing in at a tall 5'6.5". At first base, El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. The outfield is the normal battery of De La Cruz in left, Connor Lowry in center, and Jake Helwig in right. Batting lineup for the Portland Pickles. Leading things off, Colin Rubino. Batting second, Alex Henwood. Batting third, playing first base, Daniel Lopez. Batting fourth and left, Xander Clark. Batting fifth, Matt Starkovic. Batting seventh, Bobby Kinney. Batting sixth, Bobby Kinney. Batting seventh, Tyler Stofield. Batting eighth, Griffin Mueller. And batting ninth, Eric Layton. Colin Rubino steps into the batter's box. Just about set to start the home half of the first inning here at Walker Stadium. First pitch from Jaden France is low, ball one. I don't have a radar gun on me, but I can tell you Jaden France throws fast. And I mean fast. He is a hurler. Next pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Evens the count, one apiece. Thank you, Eisenbergs, for joining us. All of those of you on the live stream, hop on the chat. Let us know where you're listening from. Next pitch, inside, 2-1 to Colin Rubino. France into the windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That one's hit well down the right field line, but foul. Souvenir for a lucky fan. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by our friends at the local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. Here's the 2-2 from France. Off speed, outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Rubino steps back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch from France. The full count is inside. So Rubino has himself a leadoff walk for the Pickles. And that'll bring up Alex Henwood. Henwood making just his playing in just his ninth game for the Pickles, batting .393. Has 11 hits, 11 runs. A homer, 4 RBIs, 6 walks, just 5 strikeouts in 28 at-bats. Henwood, the left-handed batter, waiting on the first pitch from Jaden France. That one's a fastball that misses. 1-0 the count. France comes set, looks back at first, now comes home. That one's high. So 2 balls and no strikes to Alex Henwood. Waiting on deck, the first baseman, Daniel Lopez. Jaden France rubs the ball. Now comes set on the rubber. Looks in, gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the pitch. That one is fastball inside. So 3 balls and no strikes to Alex Henwood. Shadow's already creeping in now. The pitching mound is in shadow, but the batter's box is in the sun. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 3-1 the count. Now it's got to be difficult as a hitter to pick up that ball when it's coming from shadow into the sunlight. Hitters count to Alex Henwood, 3-1. Colin Rubino at first. Here's the pitch. That one way outside. Easy take for Alex Henwood. Back-to-back walks for the Pickles. So 2 on, nobody out. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Daniel Lopez. Daniel Lopez plays for the University of Portland out of Pico Rivera, California. 6'1", 190 pounds, right-handed batter. Has 26 hits, 25 runs scored, 15 RBIs and 15 walks in 28 games, but does have 23 strikeouts. Batting .255 on the year for the Pickles. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Jaden France in a quick jam. Here's the first pitch. Lopez shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. 0-1 the count. No score here in the bottom of the first inning, just getting underway on a beautiful 4th of July evening in Portland. Thank you so much for joining us, Rogue Nation. We love having you. France looks back at second. Now comes home. Showing bunt, pulling back, and again a strike to Daniel Lopez. He's behind in the count, 0-2. Thank you, those of you on the live chat, joking around. Next pitch, another bunt that's pulled back. This one actually called a ball this time. So 1-2 now to Daniel Lopez. Colin Rubino at second, Alex Henwood at first. They both walked. Lead off this inning, home half of the first. Nobody out. Daniel Lopez showing bunt again. This time gets it down, but it's bunted foul. And that is going to be a strikeout for Jaden France. So a failed bunt attempt by Daniel Lopez will bring up the big man for the Portland Pickles, Xander Clark. Xander Clark was in position to win the game for the Pickles last evening. Bases loaded, 1 out in a 1-run game. Bottom of the 9th inning. Taylor Frost came in for the Rogues. Xander Clark looked at one pitch. Next one hit to the shortstop. I believe it was Davis DeLorfis playing short at the time. There was some defensive adjustments. The Rogues turned the double play. And Taylor Frost got out of the game with the save. Jaden France steps off the rubber. Rubino heads back to second. Xander Clark, the right-handed batter, steps in. 1 out, bottom of the first inning, runners on first and second. France looks back, now comes home. That one is inside. 1-0 the count. Xander Clark, a product of Newberry, California, Newberry Park, right near where I live. Here's the 1-0. That one is low, 2-0. No product of Ventura County, like myself. Xander Clark batting .475 for the Pickles. 29 hits, 7 home runs, 5 doubles, 26 RBIs in just 14 games. 2-0 to Xander Clark with runners on first and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Jaden France. Swung on and missed. 2-1 the count. April, what are you asking me for? Are you asking to save the chat? Or to get a hydro flask filled with beer? Because the second one, unfortunately, I cannot do. 2-1 the count to Xander Clark. France comes home. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Hard throwing Jaden France against the hard swinging Xander Clark. Xander Clark, 6'6", 220. Jaden France, 6'4", 230. So two very big boys out there battling. With 1 out, 2 on, bottom of the first inning, no score, 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. That one outside, runs the count full, 3-2. You know, I don't believe we can add pictures to the chat. One thing I think we could do, you could post them to Twitter with the hashtag RoguesBaseball or Road Rogues. Runners go. That pitch hit well to right center field. Going back on it is Connor Lowry. It is gone. No, excuse me. It's off the top of the wall. 1 run scores. The ball hit the top of the wall out there in right center field. It is a 1-run double for Xander Clark. That will bring home Colin Rubino. Alex Henwood to third. Xander Clark missed a home run by inches, it looked like. That one was close. Stays in the yard. They're very high walls, 18 feet high. The crowd is indeed waving their pickles. Doug. How old are you, Doug? Henwood on third, Clark on second. First pitch to Matt Starkovic in there for a strike. 0-1. Starkovic, the designated hitter for the Pickles today. Oh-1 outside. 1-1 the count. Max Starkovic, left-handed batter from North Olmsted, Ohio. Plays for Cuyahoga Community College. 1-1 pitch, fouled back out of play off the third base side. 1-2 the count. Still one out in the bottom of the first inning. Pickles already have a run across. That's Colin Rubino, who walked to lead off the game and was brought home on that long double by Xander Clark. Alex Henwood is at third. Here's the pitch to Matt Starkovic. That one just outside. Evens the count 2 apiece. Doug, I have never heard of somebody eating a pickle with ranch. That's one of those things that doesn't sound good, but I think might actually taste pretty good. That one hit sharply to Dante Gutierrez, makes a great play on the ball, looks back to the runners, and now they have Xander Clark caught in a rundown. They play back at home. He's out! Holy cow, what a great play by the Rogues in the field. Matt Starkovic hit a ball sharply, a grounder to Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez looks back, Alex Henwood at third, steps on the bag. Xander Clark was running on the play from second to third. Gutierrez fired it over to Jaden Hanna, who was covering second. Xander Clark slipped. He fell down on his wallet. On the throw to second, Alex Henwood came home. Jaden Hanna fired the ball to home. Eric Yang applied the tag. It was a bang-bang play at the plate, and they got him. So, we head to the top of the second inning. The Pickles do get one across. They lead 1-0 over the Medford Rogues. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the second inning, Connor Lowry took a first pitch ball. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed 1-1 the count to Connor Lowry. It'll be Lowry, Hellwig, waits on deck, and then Eric Yang, the catcher, in the hole. 1-0 Rogues trail. A wild end to that first inning. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit sharply to the second baseman, Henwood. Henwood fires it over calmly to Daniel Lopez to retire Lowry for the first out of the inning. With one out and the runners on second and third for the Pickles, Matt Starkovic hit a ball sharply to Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez fielded the ground ball, stepped on first to retire Henwood. Jake Helwig steps into the batter's box. We'll finish off that play in a little bit. First pitch, ball. So Starkovic hit a sharp grounder to Dante Gutierrez at first. Gutierrez steps on the bag. Xander Clark was caught in no man's land between second and third. Here's the 1-0 to Helwig. That one outside. 2-0 to Jake Helwig. Gutierrez fired it over to second, where Jaden Hanna was waiting for the pitch, for the ball rather. Here's a 2-0 from Helwig. That one taken for a strike. 2-1 the count. On the throw to second, Alex Henwood, who was at third for the Pickles, charged home. Hanna with the heads-up play fired it to Eric Yang, who applied the tag. It was a bang-bang play at the plate for the final out of the inning. That ball is high to Jake Helwig. 3-1 now. So a great defensive play by the Medford Rogues. They've got to feel good about themselves after recording 6 errors last night. Here's the 3-1 to Helwig. Off speed, catches the outside part of the plate. So full count to Jake Helwig, the left-handed batter. Plays for Bethune-Cookman. Here's the pitch. That one low. Easy take for Jake Helwig. And the Rogues have a runner on with 1 out. That'll bring up Eric Yang. Eric Yang had a blistering start to the season for the Medford Rogues. He's cooled down a little bit, but I mean, that kind of hitting, he was batting 700 for the first 4 or 5 games. That's just unsustainable. Batting a cool 340 in 12 games for the Rogues. 16 hits, 4 doubles, 9 runs scored. First pitch swinging for Eric Yang. It's to the shortstop. They throw it over to second for 1, over to first in time for the inning-ending double play. So a 6-4-3 double play sends down the Rogues in the top of the second inning. We head to the home half of the second. Rogues trail 1-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the home half of the second inning. Your Rogues are trailing 1-0. Bobby Kinney stepping in for the Pickles. Plays third base for them. Kinney, the right-handed batter, looks at first pitch, ball. 0-1 the count. Left-handed batter, excuse me. Jaden France into the windup and the pitch. That one down at the feet. 2-0. It'll be Bobby Kinney, Tyler Stofield, and Griffin Mueller for the Portland Pickles. Jaden France comes set. Here's the pitch. That one outside. 3-0 now. Bobby Kinney batting .278 on the year, 20 hits, 14 runs. That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1. Kinney was taking all the way. We'll see if he gets the green light here in a hitter's count, 3-1. Nobody out. That one hit high, but not very deep. DeLorphis, the shortstop, is going to call it. Nope, it'll be De La Cruz coming on to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. And that'll bring up Tyler Stofield, the catcher. Stofield batting .222 in 7 games for the Pickles. Stofield, a right-handed batter, calls Portland, Oregon his home. Plays for Chico State in his free time. First pitch to Stofield inside. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled off the third base side, 1-1. Full stadium here on 4th of July, Tuesday. Here's the next pitch by France. That one's hit high and foul. 1-2 the count. Jaden France worked hard in the first inning, trying to make it a quick one here. Next pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Yang. Evens the count, 2-2. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Rogues thus far. 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error for the Pickles. That pitch is inside, running the count full, 3-2. Here's the full count pitch from Jaden France. Swung on, foul off the third base side. We'll do this again. Stofield steps back into the batter's box, ready to do this again. 3-2 pitch, nobody on until now. That ball is outside for ball 4. Another walk for the Pickles. Stofield earns himself the 1-out base. And that'll bring up Griffin Mueller, the right fielder. Griffin Mueller from Newcastle, Washington. Plays for Northern Colorado University in his free time. Even 6 foot 195, right-handed batter. Batting .240 on the year. Here's the first pitch from France. That one is just low. 1 ball and no strikes. So I don't believe we can add photos to the chat, but what we can do, if you guys want to take pictures, go ahead and post them to Twitter. Use the hashtag RoadRogues. We'll be able to see all the photos from tonight's game. That pitch catches the outside part of the plate at the knees. A good fastball. Nice location by Jaden France. Evens the count, 1-1. 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Tyler Stofield at first. Griffin Mueller waits on the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Off speed, catches the bottom part of the plate. 1-2. Jaden France looks in, gets the sign from Eric Yang, comes home. That one check swing, just got a piece of it, did Mueller. It's fouled back. We'll do this again. A packed house here at Walker Stadium. A terrific atmosphere last night, especially in those later innings when the game hung in the balance on a few different occasions. Lots of red, white, and blue out there. France fires over to first. Stofield dives back in safely. Dante Gutierrez holding him on. Mueller steps back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly to the left side of the field. DeLorphis picks it up, fires over to Hannah at second for 1. Not going to get it over to first in time to get Mueller. But they do get the force out at second. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the 9-hitter for the Pickles, Alec Layton. Alec Layton from Sparks, Nevada. Never heard of that place before. 5'11", 180. Right-handed batter. First pitch swung on foul, back off the third base side. 0-1 the count. Has 27 hits, 20 runs scored in 26 games. Includes 5 doubles and 11 RBIs for Alec Layton. Griffin Mueller at first. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Rogues trail 1-0. Here's the pitch from France. Low, blocked nicely, caught nicely by Eric Yang. Evens the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's just low. 2-1 the count. Griffin Mueller takes his lead. Jaden France stares him down. Now comes set. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one called a strike at the knees. Evens the count 2 apiece. With 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Jaden France living in the lower half of the zone. Everything has been down, down, down. Here's the pitch from France. Taking off. It's called strike 3. The inning is over. It would have been a thrown out at second, but Alec Layton called out on strikes. That'll do it for the Pickles in the second. They leave one. We head to the top of the third. Your Rogues coming up. Down 1-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogue Regency Inn & Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn & Suites. Rogues Baseball is also brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers someone for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's. And don't forget, Rogue Nation, to check out Heroes Sandwich Shop. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Heroes Sandwich Shop. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Jonathan Kerman with you on the call here. Top of the third inning at Walker Stadium. Game 2 between your Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles. Your Rogues trail 1-0. Dante Gutierrez, El Tortuga, stepping into the batter's box. The left-handed batter takes the first pitch high. Ball 1. The 1-0 to Gutierrez is outside. 2-0 the count. I'm being told that Sparks, Nevada is near Reno. Thank you, Doug, for the geography lesson. 2 balls and no strikes to Dante Gutierrez. Here's the pitch from Matt Hardy. That one outside. So 3 balls and no strikes. Up to bat for your Medford Rogues, Dante Gutierrez, who is in a 3-0 count with Matt Hardy. Waiting on deck, Jaden Hanna. In the hole, the leadoff man, Davis DeLorphis. 3-0 pitch, taking all the way. That one's a high strike. 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch. Check swing. No swing. And it's a walk for Dante Gutierrez. So the leadoff man aboard for the Medford Rogues. And that'll bring up Big Jaden, as he's called by the team, Jaden Hanna. Jaden Hanna stepping in at a tall 5'6", 170. Bats left, throws right. A local here in Portland, Oregon. Plays for Lane Community College in his free time. So Gutierrez at first. No one out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Hanna. Shows bunt, gets it down off the first base side. It's going to be the catcher Hardy who makes a barehanded feed. A nice play by Matt Hardy. The bunt does the trick, though. Gutierrez over to second. So a nice bunt by Jaden Hanna. Good play by Matt Hardy. Fielded it with his glove and flipped it with the glove hand over to the first baseman, Lopez, to retire Hanna. That'll bring up Davis DeLorphis, product of Salt Lake City, Utah. Right-handed batter, 5'11", 175. Here's the pitch. That one outside to DeLorphis, 1-0 the count. Field completely engulfed in shadows now. I think the only thing left in sun is us here on the top of the first base bleachers, right in front of home plate. That pitch swung on, hit well to right field. That is going to be not caught. It is going to be trapped by Alec Layden out there in center. He made a diving attempt at it. A good play by Layden to keep the ball in front of him, because if he misses that ball and it gets by him, that is at least 1 run scored. Gutierrez had to hold at second because he wasn't sure what the play would be out there in center. So runners on first and second for the Rogues. 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. That'll bring up Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Quick conference between Tyler Stofield and Matt Hardy. They're back, set, and we're ready to go. Clay Valenzuela-Reese waits on the pitch. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Rogues trail 1-0. First pitch, called a strike at the knees, outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. Valenzuela-Reese waits on the pitch. And the home plate umpire is going to go and dust off home plate. Matt Hardy comes set. That one is hit high and not very far. It's an infield pop fly. Infield fly rule is called. Henwood makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So a pop-up to the second baseman. That'll bring up the designated hitter for your Medford Rogues, the Great West League Player of the Week, Alex Isola. Ice, as he's called by his teammates back in Utah and here in Medford. Dante Gutierrez at second. Davis DeLorphis at first. 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Pickles. Here's the pitch to Isola. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Hardy steps back on the rubber. Gets the sign from Tyler Stofield. Isola waits on the pitch. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Another big swing by Alex Isola. Ahead on that off-speed pitch. He's down in the count quickly, 0-2. 2 outs, top of the third inning. 2 on for the Rogues in a 1-run game. Hardy comes set. Comes home. That one gets by the catcher Stofield. It was in the dirt. Runners will advance 90 feet. It's going to be a wild pitch on Matt Hardy. And right as that play was happening, there's a inflatable mascot for the Portland Pickles. His name is Ken Giraffe Jr. He's a anthropomorphic something. You know what I'm trying to say, giraffe. Next pitch just outside and low. On that pitch, that was a wild pitch by Matt Hardy. Ken Giraffe Jr. fell right in front of us, possibly right within eyes of Matt Hardy. Not sure if that affected the pitch or not, but Dante Gutierrez is at third. DeLorfis is at second. 2-2 the count with 2 outs in the top of the third inning to Alex Isola. Right-handed batter waits on the pitch. Here it is. That one is hit sharply down the third base line. Look out. Holy cow. Into the stands off the left side of third base. Holy cow, that ball was smoked. Count remains 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Top of the third inning. Hardy comes set. Isola waits on the pitch. Here it is. That one called strike at the knees for strike 3. Isola doesn't like it. Rogue strand 2. We head to the home half of the third inning. Pickles still on top, 1-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues live stream is brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service. And it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbbqplace.com. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Home half of the third inning here in Portland. First pitch from Jaden France is inside to the leadoff man Colin Rubino. 1-0 the count. Pickles lead 1-0 here at Walker Stadium. The next pitch hit sharply to the second baseman Hanna. Fields it cleanly, fires it over to Gutierrez in time for the out. So that'll bring up Alex Henwood, who walked back in the first inning. Would eventually come to third, and then on a very wild play, came home on a ground ball hit by Matt Starkovic Fielded cleanly by Dante Gutierrez, stepped on the bag to retire Starkovic, fired over to second, where Xander Clark was cheating off the bag. First pitch to Henwood in there for a strike. On the throw to second, Xander Clark was caught dead to rights, but Alex Henwood was running home. Hannah made the heads-up play, fired it to Eric Yang, who applied the tag for the final out of the inning. Next pitch, strike, 0-2. Next pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Alex Henwood. Next pitch is outside again. Evens the count 2 apiece. Waiting on deck, Daniel Lopez. That one just outside, so after getting 0-2 to Alex Henwood, the count is now full, 3-2. Jaden France takes a moment to collect himself. Gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, foul back. We'll do this again. Next pitch, swung on, just got a piece of it. Did Henwood. He stays alive. Count remains 3-2. Here's the windup and the pitch from France. That one is inside. Alex Henwood has earned himself the second walk of the day. And that'll bring up Daniel Lopez, who struck out back in the first inning. Daniel Lopez, the right-handed batter, steps in. First pitch, low, ball 1. 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Alex Henwood is at first, 1-0, Pickles on top. Next pitch is low from France. And now home plate umpire is calling time. He's pointing out there. Looks like there's some trash out there in right field. It looks like it's actually a ball, excuse me. It's a ball out there. Helwig's walking over to go pick it up. Gives me a chance to talk to you guys about Bill's Glass. I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. Pitch to Daniel Lopez, fouled back off the third base side. 2-1 the count. 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Alex Henwood at first. He walked earlier in this inning. 1-0 Pickles. Here's the pitch. Called strike, a pickoff down to first, not in time. Both Eric Yang and Alex Isola, really every catcher on this team, I mean Braden Stutzman and Dante Gutierrez included, are all very wary of the back picks. The runners on first and third, they are always looking to catch those guys sleeping. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Daniel Lopez. Here's the pitch. That one high inside, runs the count full, 3-2. Jaden France comes set. Here's the pitch. Running on the play is Henwood. That ball is hit foul. Hits the third base coach in the shin. He's going to walk that one off. That one was hit pretty sharply. We'll do this again. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on for the Pickles here in the bottom of the third. Jaden France steps off the rubber, looks back Henwood. Comes back set. Here's the full count pitch to Daniel Lopez. Nope, it's a throw over to first. Not in time. Henwood back diving safely. Here's the pitch from France. Running on the play is Henwood. That ball is hit very high to left center field. It's going to be caught by Johnny De La Cruz, a step in front of the warning track for the second out of the inning. Now a long out by Daniel Lopez. And that'll bring up Xander Clark, who has the only RBI of the game so far. That was a double back in the first inning. Here's the pitch from France. That one high inside. 1-0 the count to Xander Clark. Sun has finally set here at Walker Stadium. Lights beginning to come on. Sun hasn't really set so much as it's gone behind the trees that surround the ballpark. Next pitch swung on and missed by Xander Clark. Evens the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. That one just outside. 2-1 the count. Iceman, whatever you call him, Jane, he is a terrific ball player, and we are happy to have him here on the Rogues. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Xander Clark, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That one's hit well to left center field. Going back on it, and that one is off the wall. So another double for Xander Clark. They're going to hold the runner Henwood at third. So a second double of the day for Xander Clark. So now there are 2 outs with 2 on. And that'll bring up Matt Starkovic. So Delorfus, Eric Yang, and Jaden Hanna having a conversation out there on the mound. Matt Starkovic, who grounded into what ended up being a 3U 3-6-2 double play back in the first inning to end the threat. He is back up there with runners on second and third for the second time today. Starkovic, the left-handed batter, waits in. Jaden France, here's the windup and the pitch. That one is low. Ball 1. Alex Henwood at third, Xander Clark at second for the second time today. First time that happened was back in the first inning. Next pitch, called strike. 1-1 the count. Starkovic waits on the pitch. That one fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. That one high and outside, almost a pitch out. Evens the count 2 apiece. And we have the deuces wild here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 Pickles. Henwood at third, Xander Clark at second. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, foul back. We'll do this again. Here's the 2-2. That one just outside. So now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Alex Henwood at third, Xander Clark at second in a 1-run game. Jaden France gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swung on, hit well, and that is going to fall into center field. 1-run will score. That ball by Connor Lowry is sailed over the head of Clay Valenzuela-Reese. So advancing to second on the throw is Starkovic. Pickles lead 2-0. So Xander Clark to third, Matt Starkovic with the RBI single, and then advanced to second on the throwing error by Connor Lowry. Ball was just a little too high for Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who made a great attempt at it at third base, but it was just over his mitt. So that'll bring up Bobby Kinney. Bobby Kinney from Great Barrington, Maryland. That pitch is outside. Ball 1. Correction, MA stands for Massachusetts, not Maryland. Maryland would be MD. Bobby Kinney plays for Vassar College. Left-handed 6'2", 190. That one up in the zone. Took a seat, did Bobby Kinney. A little bit of chin music by Jaden France. Runner still at second and third for the Pickles. Bottom of the third inning, they lead 2-0 over your Medford Rogues, but 2 outs. Here's the 2-0. That one's outside. So 3 balls and no strikes to Bobby Kinney. Xander Clark at third, Matt Starkovic at second. The pitch. And that one's outside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Tyler Stofield. And it looks like Christian Coronado is going to go out and have a quick conversation with Jaden France. Eric Yang coming out to the mound as well. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Here's Pickles catcher, number 4, Tyler.
Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 2-0, bases loaded for the Pickles. First pitch swinging by Tyler Stofield. It's hit softly to the shortstop, Lorfis. Lorfis makes the play to Gutierrez, and the Rogues get out of the inning. 1 run does come across, however. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Rogues trail 2-0 here at Walker Stadium. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the live stream. 4th of July, 2017. We'll be back with the top of the 4th inning right after this. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop into one of their stores located on Ross Stanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit nofrillsflooring.com. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 in Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This ball is hit fouled back right in front of me, and into the bleachers right in front of us it goes. I had to cover my broadcast equipment as that ball was coming up. It was hit high, and it was coming closer and closer towards us. I got excited. I thought maybe I might actually catch my very first foul ball. I've never caught one, whether college or pro. So still looking for that first lucky souvenir. I'm sure it'll be a memorable experience when I do get one. 1-1 the count to Johnny De La Cruz. Next pitch swinging, again fouled back off the first base side. This one a little further down. Quickly 0-2. Top of the fourth inning, Rogues trail 2-0 against the Portland Pickles. De La Cruz coming to the Rogues from Louisiana, Monroe. Next pitch swung on. That one's hit sharply to the shortstop, Rubino. Makes a great play. Makes an accurate throw over to Daniel Lopez to retire De La Cruz. So that'll bring up Connor Lowry. Lowry grounded out back in the second inning. Connor Lowry from Refugio, Texas. Plays for Blackhawk Junior College. 6'1", 185 right-hander. Second in the Great West League in RBIs behind teammate Davis Lorfus. First pitch swinging, that one's hit high, very shallow left field. Coming on a trio of Pickles, it'll be Xander Clark, the left fielder, making the play in fair territory right next to the foul line in left field for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jake Helwig. Jake Helwig, a product of Daytona Beach, Florida, plays for Bethune-Cookman in his free time. Jake Helwig, a left-handed batter, 6'2", 215. He walked back in the second inning, excuse me. Wind up and the pitch from Matt Hardy. Here it is. Swung on, hit high and foul. The fans here are getting rowdy with all the fly balls. Helwig steps back in. 0-1 the count, 2 outs, top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch from Matt Hardy. That one's low. 1-1 the count. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Rogues. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for the Pickles. Here's the 1-1. That one in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. So the sun now firmly behind the row of trees that surround the outfield here at Walker Stadium. A beautiful ballpark. 335 in dead center. So not very far, but high walls. Next pitch is a called strike. Evens the count 2 apiece. Those high walls have kept the 2 balls hit by Xander Clark in play for the Rogues. Could be a lot more. Instead, it's just 2-0. 2-2 the count with 2 outs to Helwig. Here it is. Swung on, hit to the first baseman Lopez. Lopez fields it cleanly, fires it over to Howardy, the pitcher who ran over to cover the bag in time. The Rogues go down 1-2-3 in the fourth. We head to the home half of the fourth inning. Pickles up 2-0 over your Medford Rogues. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford, right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back to Walker Stadium in Portland, Oregon. A beautiful 4th of July evening. Thank you all for joining us wherever you may be, Rogue Nation. Always a pleasure to bring you Rogues baseball. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Rogues trail 2-0, bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch, plunks. Griffin Mueller, the right fielder for the Pickles. That one just got away from Jaden France. Leadoff man on for the Pickles. That'll bring up Alec Layton, the 9-hitter. Just one hit so far for your Rogues. Just 3 for the Pickles, but they've been big hits. 2 long doubles by Xander Clark, responsible for the 2 runs that have been scored. A great bunt laid down by Layton. It's going to be a tough play, and he's going to get him. What a terrific athletic play by Jaden France. Holy cow. That was something else. So Alec Layton laid down the bunt on the first base side. Charging was Dante Gutierrez. He picks it up. Layton is a high flyer. He was smoking down the line. Dante Gutierrez flips the ball to Jaden Hanna, who is sprinting over. Hanna barehanded grabbed the ball and tagged Alec Layton with his bare hand with the ball to retire him. What a terrific play by Jaden France. Griffin Mueller advances on the play. Holy cow. That was a display of athleticism by the big fella. Jaden Hanna was also coming in on the play. That's what made it so difficult. There were 3 Rogues and Alec Layton all converging on one bag at one time. Jaden France made the play. He was called out by the home plate umpire. That'll bring up Colin Rubino with Griffin Mueller at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply. That one's caught by Jaden France. Looks back. The runner at second now comes home. Comes to first for the out. Colin Rubino grounds out to Jaden France. France flashing the leather, flashing the skin on that last play, making the barehanded grab. This time used his glove on the ball hit sharply to him by Rubino. So 2 outs, runner on second. And that'll bring up Alex Henwood, who has walked twice and scored in this one. Griffin Mueller takes his lead at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Two outs, runner on second for the Pickles. Home half of the fourth inning, they lead 2-0. Jaden France comes home. Fastball called a strike. So France, the other Jaden for the team, quickly ahead 0-2 to Alex Henwood. Here's the pitch. Swung on, just got a piece of it. Did Alex Henwood. We'll do this again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, home half of the 4th inning. Pickles on top 2-0 with a runner on second. That's Griffin Mueller, who was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning. France comes home. That one high, almost a pitch out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think it was just a show-me pitch. One and 2 the count. To Henwood. Here it is. That one's outside. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Griffin Mueller steps off the bag at second. Jaden France gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The 3rd strikeout of the game for Jaden France. He blanks the Pickles in the bottom of the 4th inning. However, the Rogues have some work to do. They trail 2-0. We head to the top of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration Team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call for Game 2 of a 3-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Portland Pickles. Thank you all so much for joining us on the live stream. David and Pat, you guys are absolutely right. There is plenty of baseball left to play. The Rogues are trailing 2-0. Just 1 hit for the Rogues so far tonight against Matt Hardy. Coming up for your Medford Rogues, catcher Eric Yang, first baseman Dante Gutierrez, and the second baseman Jaden Hanna. Matt Hardy still on the mound for the Portland Pickles.
Put your hands together for hungry superstar Mackerel Jordan.
Eric Yang getting stretched out. Now stepping into the batter's box. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Rogues. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Pickles. Eric Yang batting .340 on the year. One of the 4 terrific catchers for the Rogues. Here's the pitch. First pitch to Eric Yang of the inning is a called strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. That one's inside. 1-1 the count. Eric Yang got off to a absolutely torrid start. Was as hot as anyone could be. Next pitch, called strike on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. There's been some regression, but that's to be expected. Nobody can bat 700 on the year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Eric Yang. Swung on, that's it, well up the middle for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Eric Yang. And the tying run steps up to the plate. That is Dante Gutierrez, or as he's known from the team, El Tortuga. Dante Gutierrez walked and advanced to third back in the 3rd inning. That's as far as any Rogues runner has gone. No one out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, waiting on deck, Big Jaden Hanna. Dante Gutierrez batting .264 on the year. Looks at a first pitch strike, 0-1. Eric Yang does have a stolen base. We'll see if they put on the run here. Throw over to first, not in time. Eric Yang diving back safely under the tag applied by Daniel Lopez. 0-1 the count to El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. Another throw over to first. This one gets by the first baseman. Eric Yang is taken off for second. He's going to get in there safely, standing up. So Eric Yang advances to second on a wild throw. It's going to go as an error on Matt Hardy, the first one of the game for the Pickles. Tough play for Daniel Lopez, the first baseman, to make. So Eric Yang now in scoring position for the Rogues. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. And the catcher, Tyler Stofield, is going to go out and have a conversation with his catcher. Just a quick conversation. They head back. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Eric Yang at second. In a 2-run ball game. Pickles on top. Matt Hardy comes set, comes home. That one outside. 1-1 the count. Wind picking up a little bit here at Walker Stadium. Comes in waves. Gutierrez waits on the 1-1. Here it is. That one's outside. 2-1 the count. Hardy steps off the rubber. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dante Gutierrez, and the catcher's going to go out and have another conversation. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at the ballpark because of a stray fly ball at Harry and David Field. When we need our windows replaced or fixed, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. 2-1 to Dante Gutierrez with Eric Yang at second. Nobody out. That pitch swung on, fouled back behind home plate. Out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to El Tortuga. This Rogues broadcast is also brought to you by Rogue Credit Union. Living local. It's a Rogue thing. Hardy comes set. Gutierrez waits on the 2-2. Here it is. Swung on, hit high to left center field. Backing up, going to make the play is Xander Clark. Eric Yang not going to test his arm. First out of the inning. And that'll bring up Big Jaden Hanna. Hanna batting .273 on the year, has 18 hits, 12 runs scored, 13 RBIs, 12 walks in 23 games for the Rogues. Hanna playing his usual second base for the Rogues today. Local of Portland, Oregon. Hanna waits. Here's the pitch. Called strike. 0-1. Now, that wasn't a ball thrown 200 miles an hour that you heard. That was a firework that went off into the distance. Just about the same time as that ball met Tyler Stofield, the catcher's glove. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Eric Yang at second. Rogues trail 2-0. Here's the pitch to Jaden Hanna. That one high and outside, evens the count, 1 apiece. One ball and 1 strike to Jaden Hanna. He steps back into the batter's box. I meant to say no runs on 2 hits and an error for the Rogues. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Pickles. Yang takes his lead at second. Throw home. Swung on and missed. Hanna fooled by the off-speed pitch from Matt Hardy. Count is now 1-2. Doug, I don't think I need any more. Thank you. I met Doug earlier today for the first time. He's been a viewer with us since day one. Finally got a chance to meet him in person, shake his hand. Here in Portland. 1-2 the count to Jaden Hanna. That one's high and outside. 2-2 the count. Waiting on deck, the leadoff man, Davis DeLorphis. The lefty Hanna comes back, steps into the batter's box. We're ready to do this. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Eric Yang at second. Hardy shakes off Stofield. Steps off the rubber. And everyone will reset. Hardy looks in, gets the sign he likes, comes set. Here's the pitch home. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So that'll bring up Davis DeLorphis, the RBI leader of the Great West League. He jumped Connor Lowry back in the last series against these Pickles at home just a couple days ago. Game 2 of a 3-game series, game number 5 in a row. 5 games in 5 days between these two teams. We'll play one more tomorrow, July 5th. Same time, same channel, 7:05 p.m., medfordrogues.com. First pitch to Davis DeLorphis is low, ball 1. Remember, Rogues fans, the Rogues return home on July 7th. Head to the ballpark early to donate blood to American Red Cross and get a free ticket to that night's game against the Lincoln Potters. Donate blood, save a life with the Rogues, get a free ticket. It's a win-win-win. Next pitch is low to DeLorphis. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 out. Runner on second, that's Eric Yang. He singled to lead off the inning, advanced to second on an errant pickoff attempt by Matt Hardy. Here's the pitch to DeLorphis. That one is called strike at the knees. 2-1 the count. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs to Davis DeLorphis. Here it is. Swung on, hit. High, foul, out of play. Runs the count to 2-2. DeLorphis represents the tying run. Pickles up 2-0. Rogues looking to get their first scratch of the ballgame. Hardy comes set. Here's the pitch to DeLorphis. Swung on and foul tipped and dropped by Tyler Stofield. So we'll do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second, 2-0. Rogues trail here in the top of the 5th inning. Davis DeLorfis battling here with Matt Hardy, the Pickles pitcher. Waiting on deck, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Matt Hardy gets the sign from Tyler Stofield. DeLorfis will call time. He steps back in, ready to do this. Eric Yang takes his lead from second. Matt Hardy comes set. Looks back at second, now comes home. That one low in the dirt, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second for the Rogues. Davis DeLorfis just trying to pass the baton, keep it moving, keep it going down the line, as the Rogues like to do. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, foul tipped, again dropped by Tyler Stofield. That one was a little tougher to handle. Count remains full. Stofield going to have a quick chat with Matt Hardy. Both players will return back to their respective positions. Stofield gets down into the crouch. Matt Hardy steps on the rubber. Eric Yang takes his lead from second. DeLorfis touches the bat to home plate. Comes set. Is Hardy. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit sharp into the third baseman. Nice play by Bobby Kinney. Fires over to first in time to get DeLorfis to end the inning. Rogues leave one stranded in scoring position in the top of the 5th. We head to the home half of the inning. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Pickles on top, 2-0. Plenty of ball game left, though. Stick around. We'll be right back. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of 4 covering materials targeted to serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop into one of their stores located on Ross Anley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit nofrillsflooring.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the home half of the 5th inning here at Walker Stadium. Pickles on top, 2-0 over your Medford Rogues. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Game 2 of a 3-game series. I'll be back with you tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m. Jaden France still on the mound for your Rogues. Giving up just 3 hits and 2 runs so far, but that's the ball game right now. Rogues have been blanked so far in this one. Stepping into the batter's box, Daniel Lopez. The first baseman looks at a ball inside. 1-0 the count. France getting the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the pitch. That one hit well to center field. Coming on and making the play is Connor Lowry for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Xander Clark, who has had Jaden France's number so far in this game. He has 2 doubles and an RBI. 2 RBIs, excuse me. He's responsible for both Pickles' runs. Jaden France looking to best him here in this one with nobody on. Xander Clark, a product of Newberry Park, California, Ventura County, where I'm from. First pitch to Clark is inside, 1-0. Clark plays for UCLA in his free time. 6'6", 220-pound right-hander. Waits on the pitch from France. That one in there for a strike at the knees. 1-1. Xander Clark, 6'6", 220. Jaden France, 6'4", 230. So a power matchup, if there ever was one in the Great West League, it's here tonight. Here's the 1-1. Off speed inside. Xander Clark nods at France, saying good pitch, just missed a little bit. France comes set. Here's the 2-1. That one swung on, fouled back off the third base side. Evens the count, 2 apiece. Jaden France doing a little dance on the mound, getting himself loose. Xander Clark steps in. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled off the first base side into the netting. Count stays 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pickles on top, 2-0. Here's the 2-2. That one is inside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Here's the full count pitch. That one is hit well down the left field line, and that is fair. And that is going to be another double for Xander Clark. 3 at-bats, 3 doubles for the UCLA product out of Newberry Park, California. And that'll bring up Matt Starkovic. Starkovic, part of that weird play back in the first inning, hit a ball sharply to Dante Gutierrez. Xander Clark was actually at second. Alex Henwood was at third. Looks like that's going to do it for Jaden France. Hogan's going to take the ball. France, not a bad start by any stretch of the imagination. 2 runs, 4 hits. In 4 1/3, but is responsible for the runner at second. So Matt Starkovic, with runners on second and third and 1 out, hits a ball sharply to the first baseman, Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez cleanly fields it, steps on the bag for 1. Looks back at second. Xander Clark was cheating in between second and third. Gutierrez fires it over to second. Jaden Hanna was covering the bag. As Hanna makes the catch, Alex Henwood at third charges home, trying to sneak a run across. Hanna, recognizing that, fired it to Eric Yang. There's a bang-bang play at the plate, and they got him. So it was a 3-U, 3-4-2 double play. On in relief for Jaden France, the Rogue Valley native Chris Painter. Chris Painter out of Central Point, Oregon, plays for Tennessee Wesleyan College. Southpaw, 6 foot, 170. He's appeared in 7 games so far this year, started 2, is 4-0. 21 1/3 innings pitched, just 8 strikeouts, but is best described as crafty. Lots of off-speed pitching, and no doubt going from Jaden France, who just throws, to coin a term from the Rogues clubhouse, gas. Jaden France throwing gas out there. Hard, everything in your face. To Chris Painter, he was very crafty, likes to use the off-speed pitches, a lot of movement on his stuff. So Chris Painter is getting warmed up, gives me a chance to talk to you guys about No Frills Flooring. Most do-it-yourselfers know that if you do it yourself, you get more for your money. At No Frills Flooring, get the absolute best prices on carpet, vinyl, hardwood, laminate, natural stone, porcelain tile, and granite slabs for countertops. No Frills Flooring is a wholesale supplier of floor covering materials targeted at serving the construction industry and do-it-yourselfers. With a large selection of the most desired products available at the lowest prices, they want to help you with your project. Stop in one of their stores located on Ross Stanley Drive in Medford or E Street in Grants Pass, or visit nofrillsflooring.com. When No Frills says more floors, they mean it. So Chris Painter on to face Matt Starkovic. With Xander Clark at second, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues trail 2-0. Jaden France responsible for Clark. Out there on the base pads. Here's the first pitch from the lefty Painter. Check swing, hit softly to DeLorfis. DeLorfis charging, makes the play, fires over to first. In time to get the runner. What a terrific play by Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis was shifted to the middle of the infield, covering second base. It was a check swing by Starkovic. A slow roller. DeLorfis barehand that ball, fired it over to Dante in time to get the runner. So that'll bring up Bobby Kenny with 2 outs, runner on second. Painter looks back again at second, now comes home. Here's the first pitch. That one gets by Eric Yang. Throw is not going to be made at third. Xander Clark advancing on the wild pitch. So 1-0 the count to Bobby Kinney. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Two outs in the bottom of the 5th, but a runner 90 feet from home for the Pickles. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit high and foul off the third base side and out of play. Chris Painter gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the 1-1. That one's high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Xander Clark takes his lead from third. Here's the pitch from Chris Painter. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play. Evens the count, 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2-0 ball game. Rogues trailing the Pickles here in Portland. Chris Painter is set, comes home. Off speed, hit to the second baseman, Hanna. Picks it up, fires over to first. Routine 4-3 for the final out of the inning. So Jaden France, his night is done. It remains 4 in the 3rd innings pitched. 4 hits, 2 runs. 3 strikeouts on the day for Jaden France. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Your Rogues trail 2-0 here at Walker Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman with you on the call, top of the 6th inning. Your Rogues trailing 2-0. Hitting for the Rogues in this inning, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Ice, Alex Isola, the Great West League Player of the Week, and Johnny De La Cruz. The Rogues looking to get a couple across here, trying to make their first scratch, their first mark against Matt Hardy of the Pickles. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Pickles. Clay Valenzuela-Reese stepping in from Oregon City, Oregon. Plays for Campbellsville University. Right-handed batter looks at a first pitch outside. 1-0 the count. Thank you all so much for joining us here on a beautiful 4th of July evening. Great night for some Rogues baseball. 1-0 pitch hit high and foul out of play over the first base side. That one sounded like that may have hit a vehicle. I'm getting the official word from our scorekeeper that did indeed hit a vehicle in the parking lot. Doug, it looked like your car. I apologize. That might have a hefty bill when you get out of this one. Next pitch, a called strike, 1-2 the count. So Clay Valenzuela-Reese steps in on a 1-2 count. No one out top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That one high and inside. Evens the count 2 apiece. Waiting on deck, Alex Isola. Here's the pitch from Matt Hardy. Swung on and missed. That one was way outside. Valenzuela-Reese is going to be upset at himself for that one. Play made at first. It was a dropped third strike. Clay Valenzuela-Reese is retired for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Alex Isola. Product of Lincoln, California, plays for University of Utah. 6'1", 205. Right-hander. Looks at a first pitch outside. 1-0 the count. "34 hits, 22 runs scored, 8 doubles, 4 homers, 29 RBIs in 25 games for the Rogues. That next pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. He does it with the bat, does it with the arm. I don't have the exact number for you, but he has thrown out a number of runners at second base. And backpicked on the corners as well. Next pitch outside. 2-1 the count. The pitching staff raves about him. Pitching coach Christian Coronado mentioned in an earlier interview that Isola really took control of the pitching staff when he got here. Next pitch outside. So 3-1 now to Alex Isola. We'll see if Josh Hogan gives him the green light here. 1 out, nobody on for the Rogues in the top of the 6th inning. Most incredible thing about Alex Isola, he's 19 years old. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, hit well too. Left center field. Going back. It is gone! Alex Isola has done it again, folks. For the second night in a row, Alex Isola hits a bomb over the left center field wall. No cheating either. That's over the tall part of the wall. The Rogues have their first run of the game. Alex Isola. What more is there to say? So a solo shot puts the Rogues on the board. They now trail 2-1. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. First pitch high and inside. 2 out to Johnny De La Cruz. 1-0 the count. That one foul back. 1-1 the count. 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Rogues down 2-1. That ball hit foul off the first base side. Look out. That one hits the top of the porta potties over there behind the first base bleachers. There's the 1-2 to De La Cruz. That one outside. Evens the count 2 apiece. This Rogues broadcast brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer. Wind up in the pitch from Matt Hardy. That one low. Runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, Connor Lowry. (3-2) is low for ball 4. Johnny De La Cruz has earned himself a 1-out walk here in the top of the 6th inning, and the tying run is aboard for the Medford Rogues. The Rogues would also like to thank Rogue Credit Union. Rogue Credit Union, living local. It's a Rogue thing. So Connor Lowry, the center fielder, steps in. Lowry had 2 doubles last night, is 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Connor Lowry is high, ball 1. Lowry has been victim of a little bad luck these last few games. He's been hitting the ball well. It's just been right at the opposition. Batting .258 on the year. 26 RBIs, 31 hits in 23 games. 31 games, 23 runs. That pitch is outside to Connor Lowry. And the Pickles skipper's coming out to have a conversation with Matt Hardy. Jeff Lottie out there. Going to have a quick conversation with the Pickles infield. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues down just 2-1 here with the tying run on base in the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. 2-0 pitch to Connor Lowry, swung on, fouled back. 2-1 the count. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, Rogues trail 2-1. Alex Isola hit a shot to left center field, about the same place he hit one last night. Puts the Rogues on the board for the first time today. Johnny De La Cruz at first earned himself a walk. He is the tying run. Connor Lowry, the right-handed batter, waits in. De La Cruz runs. That pitch fouled back. Lowry mad at himself for missing that one. We'll do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. Dave and Pat, you are not the only ones to say that Alex Isola has a very bright, very big future ahead of him. Here's the 2-2. That one is outside to Connor Lowry. That runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, the right fielder, Jake Helwig. De La Cruz at first. He's the tying run in this ball game. Fired over to first. De La Cruz slides back in safely. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Connor Lowry. Here's the pitch. De La Cruz takes off. That one's hit high and very near the broadcast booth. It's going to land just in front of us. Actually stays fair, and they're calling interference on Connor Lowry. That ball was hit very high. I thought it was going to go out of play, but it stayed in play. Connor Lowry was around the area. Josh Hogan's going to come out and have a conversation with the home plate umpire. Now, I didn't exactly see what happened. I was looking at the ball, fearing for my and the broadcast equipment safety. But Connor Lowry is out on interference. The catcher, Tyler Stofield, did not make the catch. It landed in foul ground, but in play. So Hogan getting an explanation. Don't think he liked it, but he trots back to third base. It's an out on interference for Connor Lowry. And that'll bring up Jake Helwig. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Rogues trail 2-1. Here's the pitch from Matt Hardy. That one fouled back and out of play. 0-1 the count. Connor Lowry called for interference. He was standing around the area where the ball could have been caught. He impeded the path of catcher Tyler Stofield from making the play. Called out by the home plate umpire. Throw over to first. De La Cruz scampers back in safely. 0-1 to Jake Helwig. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Rogues trail 2-1. Swung on and missed. 0-2 the count. Dave and Pat, I would like an instant replay as well so I could see what the heck happened. But regardless of what we think at home or here in the ballpark, it is the ump's decision, and he is called out Connor Lowry. 0-2 to Jake Helwig with 2 outs. That one in the dirt. 1-2. Johnny De La Cruz had been running on the last 2 pitches to Connor Lowry. Nothing doing so far with Jake Helwig, the lefty, up. And 2 outs in the inning. Hogan, I imagine, wanting to give Helwig a chance to change this ballgame. Now De La Cruz goes, swung on and missed, strike 3 on the off-speed pitch from Matt Hardy. The Rogues do scratch on a solo shot to left center field by Alex Isola. We head to the home half of the 6th inning. Rogues trail 2-1. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Home half of the 6th inning, Rogues trail 2-1. Chris Painter still on the mound for the Rogues. First pitch to Tyler Stofield in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 is swung on, hit foul out of play off the first base side into the stands. Quickly 0-2 to Tyler Stofield. Stofield hit into a fielder's choice in the second and grounded out to third in the third inning. Chris Painter ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to left center field. Connor Lowry is under it, makes the catch for the out. Out number 1 of the 6th inning for the Pickles. And that'll bring up the right fielder Griffin Mueller. Griffin Mueller from Newcastle, Washington. Even 6 foot, 195. Batting .240 on the year. First pitch is low to Mueller, 1-0. The lefty Painter takes a deep breath, comes home. That one's low. 2-0 the count. One out, nobody on for the Pickles. Here's the pitch from Chris Painter. That one hit to the third baseman, Valenzuela-Reese, waits for it, fires over to first in time for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Alec Layton, who, as I learned today, thanks to those of you at home from Sparks, Nevada, Sparks is right next to Reno. As Tisha made the analogy, Sparks is to Reno like Central Point is to Medford. So a little geography lesson here on the 4th of July. Here I thought I was out of school, but you learn something new every day. First pitch to Alec Layton is in there for a strike at the knees, 0-1 the count. Next pitch swung on and missed. Alec Layton way ahead of that off speed. Quickly 0-2 with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch from Chris Painter. That is just outside. Both Davis DeLorfus and Clay Valenzuela-Reese started their jog back to the Rogues dugout. They thought that was strike 3. Home plate umpire not convinced. 1-2 the count to Alec Layton. That one swung on. It's dropped by Eric Yang. They fired over to first in time to get Layton. So a drop strikeout for Chris Painter. 3 up, 3 down for the Pickles. Rogues coming back up to bat. We head to the top of the 7th inning. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the 7th inning, Rogues trail 2-1. Matt Hardy is out of the game. His final line, 6 innings pitched, just 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run. That was the Alex Isola solo shot to left center field back in the 6th. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. On the mound for the Pickles now, right-hander Colton Walker, product of Dallas, Oregon. Freshman attending Blue Mountain Community College, not to be confused with Blue Mountain State. Stepping into the batter's box for the Rogues, catcher Eric Yang. Here's the first pitch to Yang from Colton Walker. It is swung on, hit to right center field. It's high. And the center fielder, he doesn't have a play. He couldn't find it. It lands in right center field. That's going to go as a double. The center fielder, Alec Layton, could not see that ball, and I don't think the right fielder, Griffin Mueller, had a play on it either. It was a high ball, just landed right in between the 2 outfielders, both of them looking at each other like, do you see it? I don't. It goes as a double for Eric Yang. The Rogues have the tying run in scoring position here in the top of the 7th inning. Dante Gutierrez, the left-handed batter, El Tortuga, steps into the batter's box. Here's a pitch. That one low. Nice pick by Tyler Stofield. That one in the dirt. One and 0 the count to El Tortuga. Top of the 7th, Eric Yang on second for the second time today. Colton Walker looks back, comes home. That one hit up the middle. That's going to go for a base hit. Eric Yang is coming around. He's going to be held up by Josh Hogan. So El Tortuga, with his first hit of the game, sends Eric Yang over to third. The Rogues have runners at first and third. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Eric Yang, the tying run just 90 feet from home for big Jaden Hanna. Jaden Hanna calls Portland his home. Trying to spoil fireworks night here at Walker Stadium. Here's the first pitch. Hanna shows bunt, pulls back. It's low. Ball 1. We've seen the Rogues try to pull the suicide squeeze before. It's interesting that they're doing it with Eric Yang, who is not the fastest runner on the team. Maybe just trying to catch the Pickles off guard. 1-0 to Jaden Hanna. Left-handed batter waits for the pitch from Colton Walker. Here it is. Shows bunt again. Pulls back again. It's a ball. 2-0 the count. Eric Yang at third. Dante Gutierrez at first. Colton Walker, comes set. Colton Wong is actually an infielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. Colton Walker is on the mound for the Portland Pickles. 2-0 the count to big Jaden Hanna. Eric Yang takes his lead from third. El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez at first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hanna showing bunt, pulls back again, and it's a ball. 3-0. Seems to be some action in the Pickles bullpen. So 3 balls and no strikes. We'll see if Hanna tries to put on the bunt. He does. That one pulled back, and it's a called strike. 3-1 the count now. So Hanna has showed bunt every pitch this at-bat, has pulled it back every pitch this at-bat. We'll see what the count is here. 3-1. Hanna shows bunt, pulls back, and it's a strike. So 3-2 now to Jaden Hanna. Runners on the corners. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Rogues trail 2-1. That one is low for ball 4. Jaden Hanna sprinting down the line at first like he actually got a bunt down. It's a free base. The bases are loaded for the Great West League RBI leader, Davis DeLorfis. Nobody out in a 1-run game. A great opportunity to bust this game open. First pitch to DeLorfis is a called strike at the knees. Owen won the count to Davis DeLorfis. Eric Yang is at third. Home plate umpire is issuing warnings to both dugouts, I believe. Seems to be some chirping going on between the Pickles and the Rogues. Jeff Lyle has his hands open. Like, what did I do? I didn't say anything. Home plate umpire didn't like something that was said. The ball was low in the zone, certainly. Called strike. 0-1 to DeLorfis. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here in the 7th. The 0-1 pitch is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. A crucial moment in this ball game. Rogues in a great position to bust this one open. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. A big swing by Davis DeLorfis. 1-2 the count. Waiting on deck, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. One and two. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the top of the 7th. DeLorfis pokes at that one. It's foul off the first base side and out of play. DeLorfis staying alive. I know that there are plenty of you here at the ballpark. I'm sure your hearts are pounding just as hard as mine. A critical spot in this ball game. Runs have not been easy to come by in this game. Here's the 1-2 to Davis DeLorfis. That one low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Tyler Stofield. Count is 2-2. Now I have to say, I don't know how these players do it because I am so nervous. My heart is pounding out of my chest. I couldn't imagine being up there at the plate or being on the mound in this condition, but that's what these guys do day in and day out. Here's the 2-2 to DeLorfis. That one low, and that one gets away from Tyler Stofield, but not too far. It popped into the air off of his chest guard. Runners couldn't advance. The count is now full, 3-2. Davis DeLorfis battling down 1-2 in the count. Bases loaded. Eric Yang at third, Dante Gutierrez at second, Jaden Hanna at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, hit up. That is going to be through for a base hit into right field. Davis DeLorfis has tied this ball game 2-2. DeLorfis hit a sharp liner into right field, just kind of poked it in there. And yes, Doug, that is why he's the RBI leader. Doug, I think you might actually be spoiling some things for the fans at home. There's a little bit of a delay. I'm sure they don't mind as long as it's the Rogues scoring. Bases still loaded. Nobody out. Eric Yang scoring on the play. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at the plate. Here's the first pitch to Valenzuela-Reese. He hits that one, and that one's through to the left side of the field. Here comes another one. El Tortuga comes home, and the Rogues take a 3-2 lead. Back-to-back singles by Davis DeLorfis and Clay Valenzuela-Reese. brings home Eric Yang and Dante Gutierrez. And the Rogues have taken the lead here in the 7th inning. Looks like that's going to do it for Colton Walker. Still responsible for all 3 runners on base. Jaden Hanna at third, Davis DeLorfis at second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. Stick around. We have plenty of ball game left here at Walker Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. What an inning for the Medford Rogues. Eric Yang led off with a pop fly double that was lost in the light blue sky by the 2 outfielders for the Pickles. It drops. It's a double for Eric Yang. Gutierrez singled. Jaden Hanna walks to load the bases. Davis DeLorfis pokes a ball into right center field, scoring the tying run. That's Eric Yang. Clay Valenzuela-Reese scores one through right, scoring Dante Gutierrez. The bases are loaded. Nobody is out. And Ice is up to bat. Alex Isola with a home run last inning. Looking to tack on a few more. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off the first base side, right next to the Rogues dugout. 0-1 the count. Hanna at third, DeLorfis at second, Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. That one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Stofield. Donovan Baldacci on for the Pickles. 1-1 to Alex Isola. Here's the pitch. That one is high. 2-1 the count. Fireworks starting to erupt around the Portland area as light recedes from the sky. Here's the 2-1. That one's hit up the middle for a base hit. Jaden Hanna comes home. Here comes Davis DeLorfis. Alex Isola has done it again. A single up the middle, scoring 2. Your Rogues lead 5-2 over the Portland Pickles. So the fireworks erupting for the Rogues in the 7th inning on 4th of July. 4-run inning, they lead 5-2. Runners on first and second, Johnny De La Cruz showing bunt, pulls back, it's a ball. 1-0 the count. Jaden Hanna and Davis DeLorfis scoring on the 2 RBI single by Alex Isola. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second. Next pitch, a called strike. 1-1 the count. Pickles fans trying to rally their team here. Still a lot of ball game left to play. This one is not over by a long shot. But still nobody out with 2 on for the Rogues. De La Cruz showing bunt, pulls back. That one's low and outside. 2-1. De La Cruz gets the bunt down. Only play is at first. The sacrifice works. It moves Valenzuela-Reese over to third, Isola over to second. And that'll bring up Connor Lowry. That is the first out of the inning. That pitch fouled back by Connor Lowry. 0-1 the count. Next pitch is low to Connor Lowry, evens the count 1 apiece. That one a called strike. 1-2 the count. One and two. That one hit to the third baseman. Looking back, the runners and throwing over to first is Bobby Kinney for the second out of the inning. Runners cannot advance. So 2 down now. Runners on second and third for the Rogues. Jake Helwig coming up to bat looking for his first hit of the game. He walked back in the second. Valenzuela-Reese at third. Alex Isola, Ice, at second. Here's the first pitch. That one's high and outside to Jake Helwig, the left-handed batter. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit to the first baseman. Bobbled, but fielded cleanly. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the inning is over. However, 4 runs come across. RBIs by DeLorfis, Valenzuela-Reese, and 2 more by Alex Isola. Your Rogues lead 5-2 over the Portland Pickles. We're stretching here at Walker Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Let's sing along, fans. Fans, when we have a broken window at Harry and David Field due to a stray fly ball, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Grants Pass, and Central Point, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service need in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Home half of the 7th inning. Chris Painter still on the mound for the Rogues, delivers a first pitch strike to the leadoff man, Colin Rubino. Rubino shows bunt, pulls back, it's outside, 1-1 the count. Rogues get 4 in the top of this inning, thanks to RBIs by Davis DeLorfis, Clay Valenzuela Reese, and Alex Isola. Next pitch off speed in there for a strike, a terrific pitch by Chris Painter. Here's the 1-2 from Painter. That one misses inside, 2-2 the count. That ball fouled back into the netting. Count remains 2-2. Fireworks beginning to be heard and seen around the ballpark here in Portland. That one hit sharply to DeLorfis. DeLorfis has it skip off him, and that's not gonna have a play. Sharply hit ball by Colin Rubino. It's going to go as a base hit. That ball was smoked to Davis DeLorfis. Leadoff man is on for the Pickles. That'll bring up Alex Henwood. He was walked twice, scored a run, and struck out in this game. Here's the first pitch. That one is hit well and through the right side of the field. So back-to-back singles for the Pickles, and the tying run comes to the plate. That's Daniel Lopez. Eric Yang going to go out and have a quick conversation with Chris Painter. Stepping in now is Daniel Lopez. And Christian Coronado is going to go have a conversation with Chris Painter. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Rogues on top 5-2. You hear the fireworks going. Some fireworks on the field in terms of this baseball game. Four-way conversation, rather, with Coronado, catcher Eric Yang, second baseman Jaden Hanna, and Chris Painter. Home plate umpire comes in, says, break it up, fellas. We got a ball game to play. I got some fireworks to catch back at home. Everyone heads back to their positions. Another big spot in this game. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Pickles. Daniel Lopez, who is 0 for 3 in this game, the 3-hitter for the Pickles, up to bat. Chris Painter steps on the rubber, looks back at second, takes a deep breath. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Chris Painter. Low, that one gets by. Eric Yang bounces back to the backstop, bounces all the way back to Chris Painter. It's going to go as a wild pitch. The runners advance. Colin Rubino is now at third. Alex Henwood is now at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 the count to Daniel Lopez. That pitch is swung on, hit to the first baseman. Dante Gutierrez makes a great play and is not going to have a throw at home. So the run scores. That was a very interesting play. That ball was hit sharply right at Dante Gutierrez. I think he was surprised he made the catch. It was hit on the ground, so he had to run over to first to get out the runner, Lopez. Running home is Rubino. Alex Henwood advances to third on the play. 5-3 now, your Rogues on top. Xander Clark, who has 3 doubles and 2 RBIs, steps up. He represents the tying run. Here's the first pitch from Painter, a pitch out, and they're going to intentionally walk Xander Clark, and the Portland fans are loving it here at Walker Stadium. Alex Henwood at third. Xander Clark, who has 3 doubles and 2 RBIs on the day, is going to be intentionally walked. A big spot in this game. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Rogues on top, 5-3. So Xander Clark takes his free base. And that'll bring up Matt Starkovic. Runners on the corners for the Pickles. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. In a 2-run game, Matt Starkovic steps into the left-hander's batter box. A little lefty-lefty matchup between him and Chris Painter. Throw over to first. Clark back standing. Here's the first pitch to Starkovic. Outside. 1-0 the count to Matt Starkovic. Throw over to first, not in time. Fireworks continuing to erupt all around us. Chris Painter trying to stifle some fireworks on the mound here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-0. That one's high. 2-0 to Matt Starkovic. The tying runs are on base for the Pickles. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch from Painter. Swung on, fouled back. 2-1 the count. Two-one, swung on, fouled off the first base side. Matt Starkovic way ahead of that one. He's a left-handed batter, and he swung and hit that one foul off the first base side. So Chris Painter keeping him off balance so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on the corners for the Pickles. Rogues lead 5-3. Chris Painter takes a deep breath, comes home. Swung on, hit again, foul. Just foul off the first base side, and I mean just. So we'll do this again. Runners return to their bases. Alex Henwood at third, Xander Clark at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. 5-3 Rogues. Chris Painter comes set. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Eric Yang. Runs the count full, 3-2. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Chris Painter strikes out Matt Starkovic for the 2nd out of the inning. Huge strikeout for the Rogues here. That'll bring up Bobby Kinney, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Rogues not out of the woods yet, though. Here in the 7th. Another lefty, Kinney. First pitch is high, ball 1. Throw over to first. Clark back standing. Everyone comes set. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Runner on the corners for the Pickles. Here's the pitch from Chris Painter. Swung on, foul back. Chips off of either the catcher Isola or the home plate umpire. Not sure which. Both will take a moment. 1-1 now the count. Alex Henwood at third. Xander Clark was intentionally walked. He's at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Chris Painter. Swung on, foul back again. One and two, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Pickles. The pitch swung on, just got a piece of it. Did Bobby Kinney. He had to drop down to his knees to get his barrel of the bat on that ball. Fouled it off out of play. We'll do this again. Xander Clark was running on the pitch. He's back at first. Chris Painter looks over there. Here's the 1-2 count. That one's high. It's a pitch out. And they have Xander Clark dead to rights. They decide not to throw it because Alex Henwood, like a dog smelling a treat, had his eyes fixed at home plate. Eric Yang thought better of it, decides not to throw to Davis DeLorfis. Because in a pickle situation, if Henwood comes home, the run scores even if Xander Clark gets out. That pitch swung on, check swing, tipped, foul back. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-run ball game. Here's the 2-2. That one in the dirt, blocked nicely by Eric Yang. So the count runs full to Bobby Kinney. Second and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Chris Painter trying to end the threat. Silence the fireworks. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit softly. It is going to be caught by Davis DeLorfis to end the inning. The Pickles get one across, but they strand 2 in scoring position. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Your Rogues on top 5-3 here at Walker Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We have 2 innings of what should be very exciting baseball here at Walker Stadium in Portland. Indeed, Doug, a nail-biter. We'll be back with the final 2 innings right after this. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are on the top of the 8th inning in another exciting ball game. Certainly a midsummer classic here at Walker Stadium. That first pitch to Eric Yang is high and outside. Ball one. Fans disappointed that their beach ball got bounced out of play behind the bleachers. That one is down, ball one. I don't know how you can be bopping beach balls around. This game has been electric from the first pitch. 2-0 the count to Eric Yang. Swung on, hit high off the first base side. We'll see. Calling for it is the second baseman, Henwood. He will make the catch for the first out of the 8th. That'll bring up Dante Gutierrez, El Tortuga, who singled and scored back in that 4-run 7th inning. First pitch swung on, foul tipped. 0-1 the count. Five to 3, your Rogues on top here in the top of the 8th inning. El Tortuga waits on the 0-1. It's low, ball one. Nobody on, one out for the Rogues. Two terrific ball games so far here tonight. Can't wait for tomorrow. Hope you join us. Same time, same channel. 7:05 p.m. first pitch, medfordrogues.com. Here's the 1-1. El Tortuga check swing, but it's called a strike. Pitch was at the knees. They've been getting that all day, that low strike. Here's the 1-2 pitch to El Tortuga. Low in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Here's the 2-2. That one's high and outside. So the count runs full to Dante Gutierrez. Waiting on deck, big Jaden Hanna. Fireworks erupting all around us. Swung on, that's hit sharply to the shortstop, bounces off his glove. That's going to go as a single for Dante Gutierrez. That ball was rocked. Would have taken a spectacular play by Colin Rubino, who has been making great plays all day for the Pickles, to get that one. So a one-out single for El Tortuga brings up big Jaden Hanna. Jaden Hanna walked. It was a battle of an at-bat. Worked the 3-2 count, fouled off a few pitches, eventually earned himself a walk. He would come around to score in that big 7th inning. First pitch swinging for Hanna. That one's high. 0-1 the count. Some fans here are a little upset that the Pickles are trailing 5-3, but there's still plenty of baseball game left. Fireworks are getting closer here at Walker Stadium. Next pitch is low. 1-1 the count. And you can see over the right field side, over where the fans are sitting in what would be grassy berm area at Harry and David Field. I believe they call it a berm as well here at Walker Stadium. Smoke billowing in. 1-1 pitch. Low. A little bit inside, I think, as well. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dante Gutierrez at first. 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Rogues on top, 5-3. Left-hander Jaden Hanna at the plate. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play. 2-2 the count. It can't be easy as a pitcher or a hitter to play in this kind of environment when you have these loud noises popping off at completely random times. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that is hit over the third baseman's head into left field. Jaden Hanna has himself a base hit. El Tortuga advances to second. Rogues have runners on first and second. One out here in the top of the eighth. That will turn the lineup over. The Great West League RBI leader, Davis DeLorphis, who has an RBI single already in this one, back in that big seventh inning for the Rogues, steps up to the plate. Baldaki, rather. His first pitch to Davis DeLorphis swung on, fouled back off the first base netting. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to DeLorphis. Swung on, that one's hit to left field, and that's going to get down for a hit. El Tortuga will be holed as he rounds third. Josh Hogan gives him the stop sign. The Rogues have the bases loaded for the second straight inning. And the fans are stomping their feet, clapping their hands, trying to rally their pitcher, Dalton Baldaki. To try to get out of this jam. Donovan, excuse me. So 3 consecutive singles for the Rogues. Clay Valenzuela Reese looks at a ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count. El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez at third. Jaden Hanna at second. Davis DeLorphis at first. One out here in the top of the eighth inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Evens the count, 1-1. I am trying to contain my excitement, Doug. But it's hard. This has been some terrific baseball tonight. And even, this series, it's just been classic baseball. That ball is hit well to left center field. Going back on it, making the play is Alec Layton. Here comes El Tortuga. He will score. The runners advance. The Rogues tack on another. 6-3 the score now. RBI sac fly for Clay Valenzuela Reese. Runners on second and third. One out. And public enemy number one, Alex Isola. Alex Isola stepping up to the plate. And now they're going to intentionally walk Isola. So in the bottom of the seventh, Xander Clark was walked. Alex Isola getting the same treatment now. And Isola, he's reaching over the bag. He's stepping onto to the plate. He wants to swing this bat. He knows how hot he is. So Clay Valenzuela Reese with the RBI sac fly. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. I wonder if I have to take that with a grain of salt since you are actually here at the game. I appreciate the kind words, though. Thank you for joining me on the live stream, listening to everything on a delay here at the ballpark. First pitch from Johnny De La Cruz gets away from the catcher, Tyler Stofield, but not far enough. Jaden Hanna holds at third. Bases are loaded. 2 outs in the top of the eighth inning. Rogues on top, 6-3. Johnny De La Cruz, the right-handed batter, waits on the 1-0 from Donovan Baldaki. That ball swung on, foul-tipped, fouled back. Jaden Hanna eyeing home plate. That, I have to say, is pretty covered up by dirt now. I can barely see it. Here's the 1-1. That one outside. 2-1 the count. 2 balls and 1 strikes to Johnny De La Cruz. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off the first base side, back into the parking lot. that will avoid a car this time. Jaden Hanna at third, Davis DeLorfus at second, Alex Isola at first. I know it was, Doug. Thank you. I really appreciate the kind words. This really is a dream job for me. Being able to bring you live baseball. Hey, Jonathan, we want you to go to this baseball game. We want you to tell people all about it. I couldn't dream of a better job. Thank you all so much for listening. Here's the 2-2 to De La Cruz. That one's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Tyler Stofield. Runners do not advance. Runs the count full 3-2. Full count to De La Cruz. Baldacci just one ball away from walking in a run home. 6-3, Rogues on top, looking for more. Runners go. That ball is hit up the middle into right center field for a hit. 1 run scores. Johnny De La Cruz rounding second. 2-run score. Here comes Alex Isola. The play at the plate will not be in time. A bases clearing double for Johnny De La Cruz, and the Rogues have busted open this game in the top of the 8th inning. 9-3 over the Portland Pickles on 4th of July. So Johnny De La Cruz adding to his RBI total. Doug, you indeed called that 5-run inning. It's 4 right now, but I'm sure the Rogues are happy with it. Connor Lowry takes a first pitch ball. Next pitch, outside, 2-0 to Connor Lowry. Back-to-back 4-run innings for the Rogues. Scored all of their runs in the 6th, 7th, and now 8th innings. 9-3 the score over the Portland Pickles. Swung on and missed by Connor Lowry. That ball swung on, fouled back. Lowry mad at himself for missing that one. Next one swung on, fouled back again. Count remains 2-2. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Johnny De La Cruz with that bases clearing double at second. That ball is hit high to right field, coming on and not going to be able to make the play in foul ground is the right fielder Griffin Mueller. So everyone will head back to their spots. A 4-run inning for the Rogues, looking for more. 2 outs. Johnny De La Cruz at second. Here's the pitch to Connor Lowry. That one's high. Count is now full, 3-2. Next one swung on, fouled back, out of play. Again, over near the parking lot. Connor Lowry battling here. Rogues not letting up. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit high again to right field. We'll see if the right fielder Mueller has a play. He's coming over. He will. Did he make the catch? I do not believe so, no. Ball landed in the grass berm. Mueller gave it a good run, but it was just out of his reach, so we will do this again. Bases loaded, 2 out, top of the 8th inning. 8 runs already across between the 7th and 8th inning for the Rogues, 9 total in the game. And it's a balk. Home plate umpire has called a balk on Donovan Baldacchi. Johnny De La Cruz will trot over to third. And now that fifth run that Doug Parr is hoping for is just 90 feet from home. Here's the 3-2 to Connor Lowry. That one's hit high and out of play off the first base side. That one's probably going to hit a car. Let's listen. Couldn't tell amongst all the fireworks. Another foul ball for Connor Lowry. The 11th pitch of the at-bat. Here it is. Called strike 3. So that ends the inning for the Rogues. They score 4. Thanks to the RBI sac fly by Clay Valenzuela-Reese and the bases clearing double by Johnny De La Cruz. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 9-3, your Rogues on top. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Pitching change for the Medford Rogues on in relief of Chris Painter. Number 45, Nick Parr. We also have a pinch hitter for the Portland Pickles, Tate Budnick, pinch hitting for Tyler Stofield. Here's the first pitch from the righty Nick Parr. Swung on, fouled off the first base side. Dante Gutierrez is going to make the play in foul territory. 1 pitch, 1 out for Nick Parr. And that'll bring up Griffin Mueller, the right fielder. Nick Parr, a product of Las Vegas, Nevada, plays for Western Oregon University in his spare time. A Scorpio like myself. Here's the first pitch to Mueller. In there for a strike, 0-1. Parr, the 5'10 righty, gets the sign from Eric Yang. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fouled off the first base side into the parking lot. 0-2 to Griffin Mueller. Thank you all so much for the kind words at home. It really means a lot. 0-2. Here's the pitch from Nick Parr. Swung on again, fouled off the first base side. Again out of play. We'll do this again. 9-3, your Rogues on top here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out. 0-2 the count to Griffin Mueller. That ball is just low and outside. 1-2 the count. That's a pitch that I think has been called a strike earlier in this game, but the count stands 1-2 to Griffin Mueller. Here's the pitch from Nick Parr. Off speed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 up and 2 down for Nick Parr here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That was a filthy off-speed pitch from Nick Parr. Griffin Mueller was way out in front of that one. That'll bring up the center fielder, Alec Layton, who is 0 for 3 on the day with a couple Ks. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. First pitch swinging, fouled back, and that is going to be out of play. Just informed by the scorekeeper here in Portland, a sac bunt is not counted as an at-bat. Next pitch from Nick Parr is high. Evens the count 1-1. So I learned something new about baseball today. Learned something new a few weeks ago regarding earned runs and errors that I'll tell you about in just a few seconds. Here's the 1-1 from Nick Parr. That one inside, 2-1. I was under the impression that if a batter, or if a runner rather, advanced on a play, if he was involved in a play with an error, that it would be an unearned run no matter what. Next pitch, fastball low, 3-1. But that's not the case. If a runner on first takes second on an error and then eventually comes home to score, initially it's an unearned run unless or until that home team that's batting continues to hit, and the runner on first would have eventually have come home anyways. Next pitch, swung on, hit high and foul off the third base side. Which makes sense, because if a runner advances to second on an error and then comes home on, say, a 2-out single and then the inning ends, that's an unearned run because the only reason the run scores is on an error. But if the inning continues and the team that's batting bats around, then that runner on first would have come home to score anyways. So it counts as an earned run. Full count, pitch, called strike 3 at the knees. Alec Layton can't believe it. He's holding his hands on his knees. 1-2-3 inning for Nick Parr. 2 Ks, getting a bunch of high fives, fist bumps, bum slaps from the Medford Rogues dugout. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Your Rogues on top 9-3 over the Portland Pickles. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We head to the 9th inning. Your Rogues on top 9-3. Jack Gordon pitching now for the Pickles to Jake Helwig, the left-handed batter. Helwig still looking for his first hit. First pitch to Jake Helwig is outside, 1-0. 1 run in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th for the Rogues. Next pitch is outside, 2-0 to Jake Helwig. Waiting on deck, Eric Yang, and waiting in the hole, El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. Here's the 2-0. That one's low, 3-0. Next pitch is high for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk leads off the top of the 9th for Jake Helwig and the Rogues. And that'll bring up Eric Yang. Eric Yang, the right-handed batter, has a single and a double in this one. It's a very unconventional double. That first pitch to him is outside, ball 1. It was a pop fly double. A very high pop fly that landed just right in the middle of the grass in between right and center field. Center fielder Alec Layton didn't see it. Griffin Mueller didn't see it. That pitch a called strike, 1-1 the count. Goes as a double. He would come around to score on the RBI by Davis DeLorphis. 1-1 to Eric Yang with Helwig at first. Pitch blocked nicely by Tate Budnick. Advancing on the play is Jake Helwig. That ball sails into center field on the throw. Helwig advancing to third on the play. So a ball that just got away from Tate Budnick, catching for Tyler Stofield. He pinch hit for him in the bottom of the last inning, rather. Just got away from him. Helwig took advantage, ran to second. The throw by Budnick sailed into center field. Advancing on the errant throw. Helwig now at third. Jack Gordon steps off the rubber. You guys can hear the fireworks that have been going on since, about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I mean, the sky was not yet dark when the fireworks started coming. Big cut, big miss by Eric Yang. 2-2 the count. Jake Helwig at third base. Nobody out, top of the 9th inning. On top 9-3. Rogues looking for more. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Running the count full, 3-2. That one inside to Eric Yang. He will take his free base. So 2 walks for the Rogues. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Top of the 9th. And that'll bring up El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and 2 runs scored. Dante Gutierrez plays for UC San Diego in his free time. Doing a great job playing catcher, first base, right field, anywhere he's needed for the Rogues. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back, and out of play. 0-1. Dante Gutierrez, the center of the bee sting controversy a couple weeks ago down in Marysville. I was told that Dante Gutierrez had a bee sting, and that's why he was removed from the game in the middle innings. Went down, grabbed his face while the team was fielding before the inning started. That pitch is outside Gutierrez, evens the count 1-1. And when I saw him later that day, his face was swollen right over the left eye. His left eye was swollen shut. No bruising, so I had assumed that it was a bee sting. I promise I had been told by someone. That pitch just outside. 2-1 the count. I find out a few days later, Jamie Flynn joined me on the broadcast, and as he understood it, it was a ball that just jumped up at Gutierrez, who was over at first, that hit him in the eye. And that's why he was removed from the game. 2-1 to Dante Gutierrez, runners on the corners. That pitch swung on, fouled off the first base side. 2-2. You know, Doug, I'm leaving the bee sting controversy open because we'll never know. And I think it should be left up to the individual to decide what actually happened to Dante Gutierrez on that very warm summer evening in Marysville. I will say a few days later, Dante Gutierrez's face was very black and purple. Here's the 2-2. That one's outside. 3-2 the count. So a full count, nobody outs, runners on the corners. Helwig at third, Eric Yang at first. They both walked in this inning, top of the ninth. Rogues on top, 9-3. Here's the pitch to Gutierrez. Swung on, hit high, and going foul. It's going to go out of play off the third base side. Still a ton of people here at Walker Stadium. They'll stick around until the final out. Just a terrific fan base for these Pickles here in Portland. Rogues trying to hold on and spoil 4th of July fireworks here at Walker Stadium. So we'll do this again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners in the corners for the Rogues for Dante Gutierrez. Here's the pitch. That one's outside. Ball 4. And now the bases are loaded for the 3rd consecutive inning for the Rogues. Rogues have the bases loaded in less than 2 outs in 3 consecutive innings. Eric Yang advances to second. Big Jaden Hanna coming up. You know what, Doug, that might be true. Maybe the fans are sticking around for the fireworks, but I would like to believe that they're here to see a Pickles rally. So Jaden Hanna steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd. Just let me check my notes. I don't believe that's correct. I believe he's 1 for 3. A walk, a single, 2 runs scored. Looking to get his first RBI of the night. Here's the 0-1 to Hanna. That one's low. 1-1 the count. Thank you so much, Tisha, for the kind words. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on MedfordRogues.com on a beautiful 4th of July evening here in Portland, wherever you may be. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Doug Parr keeping us updated in the live chat. Pickle Watch. Which fans are eating what at what times with what condiments? Pickles with ranch dressing was reported by Doug in the earlier innings. Here's the 1-2 to Jaden Hanna. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Bases still juiced. 1 out. Top of the order coming up. Davis DeLorfis, the RBI leader of the Great West League, looking for a few more here. First pitch to Davis DeLorfis in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Tate Budnick. 1-0 to Davis DeLorfis. That ball swung cued off the end of his bat. Off foul, off the first base side, evens the count 1-1. Doug is a jokester, making a joke about the Pickles being finished. Well, not just yet. That's the fun about baseball, is the game isn't over until that third out is recorded in the 9th inning. That pitch swung on, hit high out of play off the third base side, excuse me. 1-2 the count. Seeing some fireworks lighting up the night sky. There's a haze over the field. Started out in right field behind where the fans are sitting on what would be the berm area at Harry David Field. And that firework smoke haze has drifted and has overtaken the ballpark. It is now encompassing all of Walker Stadium. Next pitch swung on, just got a tip, did Davis DeLorfis. Just got a piece. 1-2 to Davis DeLorfis. Fireworks erupting all around us, both on and off the field. 1 run in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th for the Rogues. The bases are loaded here in the 9th. Pitch swung on, hit to the catcher. Gordon spins all the way around. Fires it home for the force out. Fires it to first. Did the catcher Budnick to get DeLorfis to end the inning. So the Pickles escape without letting a run across. Rogues have the bases loaded, nobody out. But they still lead 9-3. We head to the home half of the 9th. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Stick around. We have 3 more outs to get through here on 4th of July. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Connor Kunishi is on for the Rogues to pitch the bottom of the 9th inning. Your Rogues on top 9-3 over the Portland Pickles. Kunishi has his work cut out for him, however. It's the top of the order for the Pickles. Colin Rubino, Alex Henwood, and Daniel Lopez. And should anyone get on base, Xander Clark. Connor Kunishi has 7 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings so far this year. This is his 4th appearance for the Rogues. His 2nd in relief. Here's the first pitch from the lefty, Connor Kunishi. That's a fastball high. 0-1. 1-0, excuse me, the count. Next pitch is high, 2-0. Dave and Pat, I always wanted to visit Candlestick Park. I'd heard beautiful, amazing things about it. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. Never got a chance to visit Candlestick. However, I did visit AT&T Park multiple times. Here's the 2-1. That one's high, 3-1 to Colin Rubino. I went to school in San Francisco State. I was there from 2012 to 2016. So I was there for the 2nd and 3rd years of the even year dynasty. That is low and inside, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on for the Pickles here in the 9th. And I have to say, AT&T Park is probably the most beautiful ballpark in America. I don't have a lot of experience with other ballparks. I've only been to a handful. But my gosh, when the sun sets and you see the boats coming in to the harbor off the bay, first pitch to Alex Henwood is low, ball 1. It is absolutely a sight to behold. I actually prefer sitting in the nosebleeds because you get the opportunity to take in the entire ballpark and see the beauty of it all. That pitch gets by Eric Yang. Robinho will head to second on the wild pitch. Actually going to be ruled a passed ball. So Rubino is at second. Jaden Hanna going to have a quick conversation with Connor Konishi. Actually, that's Davis DeLorfus having the conversation. Thank you, Ariana. Happy 4th to you as well. To all of you at Rogue Nation, thank you for spending your 4th of July here with the Rogues. Here's the 2-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. And you have the 3-fingered glove out there in left field along with the big Coca-Cola bottle, and then in right, that high brick fence. That one's low. 3-1 the count. And even though I grew up in Southern California as a Dodger fan, the Giants quickly became my second favorite team. And I have plenty of friends from San Francisco who simply cannot understand that. That ball is another pass ball. It's ball 4, but advancing to third on the play is Rubinho. So back-to-back walks. Runners in the corners for the Pickles. Nobody out. Bottom of the 9th inning. So Daniel Lopez comes on. It's a 6-run game. Here's the first pitch from Connor Konishi. In there for a strike, 0-1. The Rogues playing with fireworks here in the bottom of the 9th. Xander Clark waits on deck. Here's the pitch. That one's low. 1-1 the count. So even though I am a Dodger fan at heart and will always be a Dodger fan, the Giants are absolutely my second favorite team. The pitch swung on and missed. A big cut by Daniel Lopez. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Count is now 1-2. Colin Rubino at third. Alex Henwood at first. Connor Konishi trying to close the door on this ball game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit right at the shortstop DeLorfus. Over to Hanna at second for 1. Over to Gutierrez in time for 2. The runner comes home, but there are now 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Daniel Lopez grounds out into the 6-4-3 double play. The bases are cleared. One batter stands in between Connor Konishi and the Rogues and a 4th of July win, and that man is Xander Clark, who is 3 for 3 with 3 doubles, 2 RBIs, and was intentionally walked back in the 7th. Here's the first pitch. That one is high, ball 1. 2 of the doubles hit by Xander Clark were hit to left center field on the very top of the walls, but they stayed in play. Next one is high, 2-0. And if I'm not mistaken, if those balls had gone out, this would be a very different ball game. As it stands, 2-0 to Xander Clark. That one is outside, 3-0. Connor Konishi pitching around Xander Clark. No need to attack it. 3-0. 9-4 the score now. Rogues on top here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. That one a called strike. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same channel, 7:05 p.m., MedfordRogues.com. Here's the 3-1. That one's hit foul off the first base side. Heads up, guys. Oh, dear. That sounded like a few $1,000s. But some great business for the local auto body shop here in Portland. Here's a 3-2 to Xander Clark. Swung on. That one's hit to left field. And that one is finally gone. So Xander Clark, he had been cheated twice. He would not be cheated again. Home run over the left field wall, a solo shot. 9-5 the score now. A little bit of protest from the Pickles and Xander Clark. But that double play is huge for the Rogues. That'll bring up Matt Starkovic. Matt Starkovic grounded out into that really funky double play back in the first inning. Lefty-lefty matchup. That pitch is low. Ball one. And I imagine the Portland Pickles are pretty happy to have Xander Clark on their ball club. He has been an absolute dynamo since joining the team. Next one is outside, 2-0. So the Pickles have gotten 2 here, but the lead is still 4 for the Rogues, 9-5. Next pitch in there for a strike, 2-1 the count. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Connor Kanishi trying to put this one to bed. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Connor Kanishi just 1 pitch away from closing the door on this ball game. Pitch swung on, fouled back, and out of play off the third base side. We'll do this again. Konishi into the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, that one's hit high, not very far. De La Cruz coming over, and he will make the catch in what is considered fair ground by the home plate umpire, and that is the ball game. Your Rogues win 9-5 on 4th of July over the Portland Pickles here at Walker Stadium. Final lines, 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Rogues, 5 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Pickles. Winning pitcher tonight, Chris Painter, pitched 2 2/3 innings, struck out 2. Player of the game, who else? Alex Isola. Solo shot back in the 6th inning. 2-run single in the 7th. Again, your final score, your Medford Rogues win 9-5 over the Portland Pickles. They take game 2. They will look for the series sweep tomorrow here at Walker Stadium. Same time, same channel, 7:05 p.m. first pitch, 6:55 pregame show live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm Jonathan Kerman on the call. Thank you all so much for joining us here on 4th of July. Enjoy the fireworks, enjoy the hot dogs, enjoy the beverages. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, sleep well, Rogue Nation.